The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here we go. It's together. One team. Yeah. It's our field.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. On third down, Jackson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Got it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Ramsey, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
52's the mark. 52. Come. Mike 52. Get it.
To throw on third down. Ramsey, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
On first down, Ramsey. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 52, Mike 52. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo!
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. Go. Go.
Ready?
Back to throw. Ramsey. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Jackson now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Ramsey. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Set 30 base.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Hey. You got three. Three down.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot.
On 1st and 10, Ramsey. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Who's on 85? Come on, baby. Let's get this. Single.
Yep.
Check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Check that.
Throwing again. Ramsey. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
We ain't beginning to turn you. Clear. Don't get nervous. 29 is the mic. Mike 29. Better bring it. You better bring it. Let's go.
From the gun, Ramsey. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Right there. Oh, damn it, baby.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He goes 86 yards on the kick return. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Break. 52. Get him.
Throwing on first down. Ramsey. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The dump off good for 8 there on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. This quarterback now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage. But it's first, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by Troy Apke. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now, 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting him at this point.
On first down, Taylor, he spins free, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Now a give right side. It's Taylor, a spin, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready up. 53. Check 53. You go night. 22. Jet. Bomber. 22. Jet. Bomber. Ready.
And to give this time to the tailback. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Come on, now. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
On the set. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Go. Double. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Don't be mad.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Check.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Check hot route.
At the 20-yard line.
Go. Hold the look. Hold. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Double tight. Double tight. Double tight.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Snap.
Operating from the gun. Ramsey. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Taylor. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 38 yards on the scamper there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ramsey going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
The kicker on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Ross. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On 3rd down, it's Ross. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Tackles.
On first down, Ramsey. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He gets away from 1. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Number 53.
First down, Steelers.
Right back to him on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 18